I have got some chores to do.
The redneck alarm worked well.
Oh, you mother oh, stinking rooster. It got me. What is shaking, guys? Welcome to another episode of Meandering Outdoors. Gonna be a bit of a different one this week. It's been a crazy week. Spring has sprung. You can see the flowers and everything back there behind me, and I have got some chores to do. So this week, you guys are gonna be hanging out with me. A couple quail I have left. I'll tell you about that story later. And of course, I got the knuckleheads and the chickens. So what we're gonna end up doing this week, I had mentioned in some videos this winter, I think, at least once I did, but property over here got sold, and I used to have permission to have this chicken coop and run and everything back here. But since it's new owners, I'm sure it's only a matter of time before they say something. So I'm gonna be preemptive, take a couple days probably, and get this all tore out, patch the fence, put them in the other coop and run that I have over here. Where they used to be. The other one is bigger, so I used to have more chickens, but we've lost a few. Then the quail I was showing you, I had like 90 something of those, and eggs turned over like crazy. Believe it or not, I used to have this as, we called it the mini farm. It was basically pretty self-sustained until I got injured and busted myself up pretty good and had to take some time to recover. So first thing we got to do is get this old compost pile tore down and move all that compost over into a raised bed that I used to have blueberry bushes in. They didn't fare so well. Just got to get the rest of this whole thing filled up, and then I got to start moving a bunch more stuff. It's going to be a process. It's got to be done. So if you're wondering what's going on back here, we have this raised bed that I built a few years back with doing a hugel culture. So you put all kinds of like wood, lawn scraps, leaves, little branches, that kind of stuff, some compost, let it break down. As it breaks down, it puts off nutrients, your plants flourish, so on and so forth. So that's kind of what's going on here. And this whole thing, that was one of our nice cedars that went down a couple winters ago. Unfortunately, we had some super crazy high winds that just started pushing that thing on over, and by the time I noticed it, it was already too late. It leaned so much it was unsafe to try to climb up there and put any cables or anything like that. And looking at it, I pretty much called it. I was like, it's gonna do minimal damage, which it did. Check this out. I said it missed my raised bed by about 6 inches. Well, got about 4 there. It took out one T-post that was over here. You can see that some of it's still there, and it missed the neighbor's gutter by about 3, maybe 4 feet. Stoked on that one, but yeah. So I decided go ahead and take the rounds and just make another raised flower bed and put some veggies or some ornamentals, something. Plus the root ball is kind of cool. What are you doing over here? Oh, you got your rope. You're making it super hard for me to get any work done. Get back here. All right, well, got all that compost moved over there. It's being watered in. Now I want to see if I can rock this thing back and forth. It's been planted here for years. See if I can break it loose from the ground, because I would like to push it back a couple feet anyway. Let's see here. Oh, that corner. Oh yeah. Cracked loose pretty good. This backside over here though, by the quail and stuff, that's buried. You can see a bunch of my other cages from having those quail. They're super good, but ringtail decided to wreak havoc on us after a few years. Got in there and just annihilated them. Like I said, I had probably like 90 of these guys at one time. I was running through an incubator and cycling them out. Super awesome. Tons of eggs, more eggs than I knew what to do with. Could sell them for a fair price. And then we were harvesting meat too, so I think I got maybe 70 something that I put in the freezer at one point. I had just harvested like 30, and then like 2 nights later a ringtail got in here. And then there was one more. There were 3. The other one was kind of rough, but the way the ringtail was getting them, couldn't get in the cage, would grab a hold of them and rip their legs off through this mesh at the bottom. So he never actually got any of them. He just ripped their legs off and killed them. So the third one in here, we called him Lieutenant Dan for a while, because he had no legs, but he lasted like a month. He would waddle across and eat and drink, and I just didn't have the heart to take him out. He seemed fine and happy, so we just let him do what we're doing with these two, run its course. I think in order to get this side out, I'm gonna have to get something for leverage to kind of pry it up, dig a hole, try to get underneath it. It's in there. I can't lift it out. All right, I was able to find this 2x4 here, so I can grab one of these bricks. Kind of bending the rail, but that's okay. All right, well, a couple hours later, and a little extra work on the old back than I thought, but got it cleaned up, cleaned out, and moved back. I was able to get it back about 18 inches or so, which is perfect and plenty for me. So just wanted to give myself a little bit more room over here so I could get by with a wheelbarrow. Now to go take a little break, get a little lunch, and probably get those guys moved over maybe tomorrow. We'll see how I feel after lunch. Still got quite a bit of work to do. Be good to get it done now though. Got a little warm weather. It's been awesome, but
2 hours later.
well, the doggos said can't be all work no play. They wanted to come down here to the lake and got some fresh new Canadian geese hanging out at the lake. Some juveniles, looks like. We've got our residency. We refer to that as Goose Island. Good job, buddy. Good job, Lily. And then she's got to dry herself off. Knucklehead.
The next day.
Top of the morning, y'all. New day, same work. Got to get those chickens taken care of. Gotta finish this coffee here first, though. Kind of a rough morning. Had a bit of a long night last night doing some editing and trying to get some videos and whatnot together for all you folks and give me something to do. I really like editing. I don't mind shooting the content. It's kind of fun. Sometimes it's a chore, honestly. It can be a lot of work sometimes, but making the videos is cool. Even though seems like the old algorithm decided to shove Meandering Outdoors into the abyss. Only time will tell. But what time tells me today is I still got a lot of work to do moving these chickens. Whoa, not enough coffee yet. Voice hasn't totally cleared up. But I guess we should get on it. It's a beautiful morning though. Most of my mornings usually consist of, obviously, coffee first, after the eyeballs open. But after that, it's run around, get the knuckleheads fed breakfast, get the chickens fed, check for eggs, walk the yard, see what needs to be watered. I've got most of the stuff to where it's pretty much automated. Lily's not too sure about the oh, you don't like the camera and the selfie stick? If y'all don't mind, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you're still watching and if you kind of are digging on the homestead footage content and stuff. I know it's not the norm, but sometimes it's just what we have to do. It's part of life, things that I like to partake in and like to be as self-sustained as possible. We were on that path, and like I said, it kind of fell off, but my journey is getting everything back in order, get all these systems back going. And if you'd like to see more of that, like I said, give me a thumbs up down there, and that'll let me know that I can throw some of these vids in every once in a while. They won't be super frequent, you know. I was oddly difficult to do with one hand. Pulling double duty. Got the last bit of yard debris and leaves and stuff burning back there. I burned like 2/3 of it off, and the other third goes into compost and everything. But I think the first thing on the agenda today is gonna be get the old coop moved over into the next spot over there. The new spot. Yep, sorry ladies, you're getting evicted. Y'all gotta move. Don't know where you're going, but you can't stay here. Probably ought to make sure we don't have eggs. Oh, we got one egg. Don't want to be moving this and breaking an egg. So first order of business, I gotta get the bottom platform I made there unscrewed from the actual coop, and then try to get that coop over there. I'm hoping it doesn't fall apart. We shall see. Made that thing out of old leftover Trex decking, that recycled plastic bottle stuff. It works great, but holy smoke, I can't. Hopefully no more moving this again after this. Hopefully. Right on. Well, coop is relocated. It wasn't as bad as I thought, and the thing didn't fall apart. Close though. It's getting pretty rickety. I'm gonna have to reinforce that thing, I think. And next, I think I've got some black, like sun filtering netting. I think I'm gonna put that over the top. Keep them contained and keep the hawks from getting at them. All right, let's go drag that out and some other tools. All right, well, I had these plastic Yuma flitchies. I'm gonna use like big washers to hold up this screen here. And grabbed some random screws. We'll get that on there. These things came from using a hole saw on a 5-gallon bucket to make the feeder for the chickens. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the screen attached. Try to get that somewhat tight. All right, let's stretch this thing up and over. All right, we got the screen and everything up and stretched nice and tight. Got that thing secured with good old trusty zip ties, universal fastener. We should be good, should be secured. So now the only part left is to go do a little chicken wrangling. Let's go wrangle us up some chickens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, gentle chicken. He is pretty gentle for a rooster. And he doesn't crow. Rhode Island Reds. The rooster does. He literally has never ever crowed. It's crazy. All right, guys. Game time. Gotcha. Okay, that's one. Okay, round two. You're either going in the other one or you're going in the broiler. Take your pick. You want to keep your feathers? The doggos helped wrangle that one. All right, buddy. You're good. Easy now. Oh, you mother... Oh, stinking rooster. You got me. You freaking pecked me. You might be going in the broiler. All right. Which one are you, baby? Okay, Moxie. How about you? It's you. That's three. All right, well, let's go get the last one. All right, lady. You're the last one standing. You can either do this the easy way, either way. Time to move. Oh, you're taking the high ground, huh? Trying to get some of that chicken kung fu on me. You can't go that way. Sorry, grasshopper. Thanks to these two knuckleheads. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Thanks for all the help. And Riggs, he just loves his chickens. It's super funny to watch him hang out with these guys. Just watch him. I've actually had one escape one time. And I was worried about him. I started yelling at him, go after chickens. He pinned it in the corner and didn't hurt it. Didn't do anything to it. I grabbed a hold of it and he just sat there and looked at me like, "You're welcome, bud." All right, y'all. You know, I think that's going to be a wrap on this one. So, as you all know, the woods are for meandering. But they're not the only place to meander. Meander where you can. All right, folks. Hope you had a little fun. I did kind of. It's unfortunate I had to move them. The other spot I really liked having them in, but c'est la vie. It is what it is. So they're safe, and now the little chicken egg factory can commence. All right, y'all. We'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully out on the trail somewhere. See ya.